Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about the multifaceted economic challenges that India faces, which can be examined through the lenses of both macroeconomics and microeconomics. These challenges are not only a matter of numbers and policies, but also of human livelihoods and future prospects. Let's begin with the unemployment crisis. Despite rapid economic growth in some sectors, millions of Indians are still jobless and underemployed. At the macro level, this is reflected in the labor market that is not fully absorbing the growing working age population. Structural issues like skill mismatches, outdated educational frameworks, and regional disparities contribute to this gap. On the micro level, individual firms often struggle to create quality jobs that offer not just employment but a pathway to career growth. Historical lessons such as post-liberalization era of the early 1990s shows us that rapid economic reforms can sometimes create short-term employment disruptions, even as they set the stage for long-term growth. Next, we see the consumption levels have been depressed over the years. Macroeconomically, consumption is a major component of aggregate demand. When households feel uncertain about their income, especially in a climate where significant portion of the population is living hand to mouth, they tend to cut back on spending. At the micro level, the uncertainty, the uncertainty affects the consumer confidence and behavior, leading to reduced demand for goods and services, which in turn stifles business investment and growth. This cyclical problem not only slows down economic activity but also deepens social inequality. This brings us to another critical issue, the narrow base of the middle class. Currently, only a few hundred of million middle class Indians, are truly driving the economy. This concentration of purchasing power and economic influence means that a vast segment of the population remains marginalized. This imbalance fuels the rising wage gap and wealth gap, a problem that has grown to unprecedented levels in India. When wealth is concentrated in the hands of few, overall consumption suffers and social cohesion weakens. Moreover, on a micro level, local businesses often struggle to reach broader market when most potential consumers are economically sidelined. So, what policy measures can help address these interconnected issues? For job creation, in the short run, we can expand public works programs and incentivize labor intensive industries to create immediate employment opportunities. In the midterm, reform the education and vocational training systems to better match the demands of modern economy, drawing lessons from countries that have successfully transitioned from low income to high skill economies. There could be in barriers. There could be bureaucratic delays, underinvestment in rural and underserved areas, and the challenge of aligning training programs with rapidly evolving industry needs. For boosting consumption and economic participation, in the short run, we can implement targeted fiscal policies just such as direct bank transfers or cash transfers and consumption vouchers to boost spending among lower income groups, ensuring that economic stimulus reaches those living hand to mouth. In the medium term, reform taxation to reduce the burden on lower income groups while promoting savings and investment among the middle class. Political challenges could be a barrier in reallocating subsidies, potentially inflationary pressures, and ensuring that stimulus measures are not lost in inefficiencies or corruptions. Then, expanding the middle class base and reducing wealth inequality, we can develop policies that support entrepreneurship, small and medium enterprises, and technological innovation in traditionally underserved regions. This will help broaden the middle class and distribute wealth more evenly. But entrenched interest, resistance from established elites, and inertia of long standing institutional practices could prove to be a barrier in this regard. In conclusion, the economic problems plaguing India, like unemployment, subdued consumption, and narrow middle class, rising wealth inequality, and widespread financial insecurity, are interrelated issues that require a holistic approach. By implementing a mix of employment, immediate fiscal and employment measures, midterm reforms in education and taxation, and long-term strategies for inclusive growth, India can move towards more balanced and sustainable future. The road ahead is challenging, but thoughtful policy design and effective implementation, a more inclusive and prosperous India is within reach. Thank you.